Outdoors family, we back. This is Brittany, and I'm here to provide you with an update on our farmhouse update for this week. Now, we were told we were getting framing done, that they would come in on Wednesday and it'll be halfway done. Let me show you what it looked like out here. You seeing the framing? Your eyes not playing tricks on you. There's no framing done. So yeah, the concrete got laid. We're expecting the lumber truck for them to deliver some lumber and get the framing, so we can start seeing some walls and stuff going up. So Wednesday came, so excited, very excited. And we're at work watching the cameras. They get set off, we look, not a lumber truck. And it's pretty much all day. So at that point, I was like, they ain't coming. Thursday gets here. Cameras getting set off. Not no lumber. So I call him, and it was like, oh, we're expecting a lumber package delivery tomorrow, and then they'll probably go ahead and start framing. Friday. Mind you, it has been beautiful weather down here past 3-4 days. So, but Friday gets here, cameras go off, no lumber. And they call every Friday to give us an update. And then apparently there was a miscommunication with the lumber delivery. So we ain't getting no lumber and we ain't getting no framing done this week. So a little sad. Like I said, the weather has been great around here. So that would have been a perfect opportunity to have this going on out here. And just to see more progress. You got the concrete laid and hey, you ready, you moving to the next step. And then it halts. Like I said, it was a miscommunication. So they said lumber delivery is supposed to come Monday. And they'll start framing this week. Definitely start framing this upcoming week. So, holding my breath. Hopefully they gonna come bring us some lumber so they can go ahead and get started. Because we're supposed to get a little rain this weekend, but this upcoming week is supposed to be nice. So it's February, so we get this nice weather. We need to have some work going. I also did want to add that on one of the camera notifications, there was a truck that was coming in here, and I was like, what? Who is that? What is that? And I called my husband. He was like, oh, that's just a pump truck. I said, the pump truck for this. Ain't been no work done since they've been out here. I was like, bring me some lumber, not a pump truck. I tell you, I'm gonna be patient though. Be patient. All right, since we don't actually have any framing to show y'all today, I am gonna take you around the pad so you can see like where we plan to have things. So basically the plan, but in concrete, the concrete version. So follow. All right, y'all, welcome to my crib. So this right here is the front porch. It's 38 this way and it's 8 this way. And in the ceiling of the porch, there's gonna be 3 lights. I asked for 2 fans and he said that was too country, so whatever. So I got my 3 lights up here, and then we have 2 lights that's gonna be outside of the door frame. I'm gonna step up here, and then actually right here, it is a 8-foot double door. It's gonna open in. So we gonna come on in, and we come in. On this side, there's actually gonna be a closet. So take off that jacket and them dusty shoes and put them up in there. And then to this side, of the foyer. There's going to be a dining room. We gave up a couple inches because of we upgraded that double door at the front, but I think it's like 11.9, 14, something in that range for the dining room. The foyer is actually a 10-foot ceiling right here. Then we're gonna come on in a little bit. Y'all work with me. Ain't no walls, so just imagine. Right here is actually the floor plug in the great room. And I was told, since I wanted a floor plug, the furniture that we're gonna get in here gotta have some electrical components. Don't come in here trying to throw some in here. It gotta be electrical. So if you have any ideas about some furniture in this great room, drop it in the comments and let us know. And then actually, we're gonna go this way. There's like a little hallway over here where we have bedroom 2 is gonna be in this area right here. Bedroom 3 somewhere in this general area. But then we're also gonna have a bathroom right here. It's a full bathroom. This is primarily for guests, is what that's for. So let me find my wall. I don't want to walk into no wall. So we're gonna travel through the great room, large span, excuse me. And this is like the wall right here. There's gonna be a fireplace. I ain't gonna get too many details on that because I actually want you guys to see that. Sometimes word description doesn't give justice to actually seeing things. The ceiling in this great room is actually 10 foot as well. And we're gonna have a ceiling fan up in there. Gotta have a ceiling fan. It's Alabama, it get hot. You know you want to circulate some of that good old air. And then before we head over here, no, let's go. You wanna go on this way? Let's go this way. We get over here. That's like a little hallway, and I have an office that's gonna be here, a little pocket office. And I'm gonna, sometimes I work from home, and when we edit videos, that way I have a dedicated space for those things. So pop in the office, pop back out of the office, and we're gonna go down this little hallway. And this actually right here will be our son's room. Have this like his own little suite type deal. Because once you come in here, he actually also has his own bathroom, full bathroom, toilet, sink, tub. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, he real funny about that bathroom stuff. So he got his own, so he gonna have to clean that up too. He also has a closet in his bathroom. So like I said, he has his own little suite, and he appreciate that, especially when he get older. So we gonna walk down a little hallway back into the great room. Through the great room, we walking through the great room, and we over here in the kitchen. This right here is a like an electrical plug because our island is gonna be here. We actually upgraded this to like a 8-foot island. There is no sink in this island. I am anti-sink in the island. So that's a no-go. I want all my counter space right here, especially if we're hosting events. You can have your food at the center place, and you just stack everything on here without that sink being in the way. Then against this wall over here, we have some cabinetry, but also right here is the sink. There's going to be a window right here. So if I'm doing dishes, I can be looking at the birds singing out here in the country, or checking out what's going on the back porch if we having something going on out here. Now, this wall right here, it has, we got some counter space, but also along this wall, it's going to be the stove down here, and then the refrigerator, and then the pantry door right over in that area, that general area. And then along this part right here is basically this wall butts up against the dining room wall, and it's going to be a coffee bar. Microwave is going to be in that coffee bar as well, and like a little beverage fridge, entertainment thing, Can't forget, I almost forgot. On this wall over here with the sink is gonna be a double oven. My husband told me, because I wanted a double oven, I need to make sure that them meals be coming. And you know, he knew what he got with when he married me. So don't be surprised. Next, we're gonna go down this little hallway right here. This hallway leads to the laundry room / mud room. There's gonna be a water closet in there, a sink, and you know, of course, you got your washer and dryer cabinets over the top, and then the mud bench. I think I'm gonna like this because my husband, he works outside sometimes in the rock quarry, and he gets mud cakes on his feet, and we're trying to avoid tracking all that up in here. So I'm gonna back up, going out the back door with a side door. When I come out the door, we actually have a awning that's gonna be up here. That way when we come, you know, we drive on this parking pad and we have some covering, we want to bring our groceries into the house. Speaking of the parking pad, this parking pad, it is 20 by 20. 20 by 25. We misjudged. We miscalculated the distance on this, because typically for a larger size garages, they're like 24 by 24, and for some reason we stopped at 20. Like I said, it's not really an issue going this way. It's more going this way with getting parking vehicles side by side. That's a little tight. You're gonna get a couple dings on the car. So what we may end up going back doing is extending this part out a little bit further out. That way we have space for the vehicles, but also probably stretching that out that way as well, and creating a walkway from the porch to connect to this parking pad. We'll see. But this area right here, what we want to do is add a concrete walking pad right here. And when I show you where we're about to go now, you'll understand why we would want a walking pad right here. So let's go. We walking back through the laundry room, mud room. Let me turn because I can't walk through the wall. I might walk through one, you know. I don't know where I'm going. But once we get out this way, it's going to be like a double door that opens in. And then this is like maybe my personal space that I try to curate a little bit. My husband has done an amazing job on picking things, because he's had a lot of ideas and he's guided me in the direction on some of this housing stuff. But I think this is what I really wanted. So let's come on out here. This is our back porch. I think that this is definitely going to be something that I'm going to love. Initially 32, 33 this way and 8 feet this way, but we extended it out about 4 more feet. And then we're also gonna screen this in. And now I'm gonna get to the point of why we wanted to do the concrete, extend the concrete out here. We want to create a little walkway from right here. So you see this dirt right here? So if you walk, it's gonna be a screen door right here. So if you want to come around here, you're not dropping off into the dirt. So that's why we want to get this concrete pad right here to connect. Keep them shoes nice and clean. But back to this back porch, my spot. So we get over here to this corner. There's going to be a wood burning fireplace in this area. And I think that'll be perfect for these fall evenings. Put a little wood in there. Listen to a little music. Maybe catch a little game. But I think this is going to be the perfect, not only entertainment space, but when I'm just here by myself, I can just come out here on this back porch, drink me a little tea, read me a little book, maybe have some music playing, just get a little good vibe going on. All right. I cannot forget on the back porch, as far as lighting, it's going to be 2 lights and 2 ceiling fans. So basically light, ceiling fan, light, ceiling fan. So I got my lights, my ceiling fans back here because he wouldn't give it to me on the front porch. So that'll work. You know, keep that air circulating while we out here in this, you know, those summer days. This is probably more like a 3-season versus 4-season patio since it's screened in versus those window and doors. But I think this is going to be the spot for definitely entertainment and just relaxation. I want to show you what we want to do in the backyard. All right, so out here we plan on doing a outdoor patio. If you've ever seen like the pergolas and then the fire pits, this is what we want to do down here. We really got this pine down, but it is what it is right now because we pretty much we've laid the foundation, so we just have to leave it like it is. So down here, set it up where had the fire pit and probably do like some stone or some brick, something to lead down here. Like I said, to have a outdoor space as well to go along with our indoor type space. And that's the plan. You know, we both have large families. So when we have gatherings, we want to be able to have people to go somewhere. You know, if you got your smokers, they can, you know, hang out down here a little bit and then come back and join us up here where the food and energy going at. The owner's suite. This is ours right here. Bedroom right here. There's going to be windows on either side. And then there's also going to be a walk-in closet right here in this area over here. And then we're going to walk into the bathroom. There's going to be a walk-in closet over here. So that one's going to be mine. Y'all know it's bigger. That one will be mine. And then a vanity is going to be over here. So 1, 2, double vanity. And we're trying to figure out our mirror choices right now. If we're going to do one big one or 2 separate mirrors. On this side is going to be the toilet room. The tub. And then the shower. We're getting a rain glass above the tub to let in some natural light, but also to try to be a little protected, you know, a little privacy up in here. So, all right, y'all. So that was a little tour of what we got coming. Let me hang my head out the door, you know. But that's a little tour of what we got going on. So the total square footage, if you include like the porches, it's close to 3,000. But without the porches, we're around like 24. So we got good space. And like I said, we have large families. So when we entertain, we ain't walking like this. So make sure that you subscribe, like, comment down below. What do you think? What are some suggestions you think about how we should decorate? Just give me some ideas, because we in that process right now, still trying to pick things. We're still a ways off, but we're still looking at things like furniture, window treatments, all that good stuff. Drop us some ideas. Stay tuned. Outdoors with the McCalls.